Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode! The hand flying is important. Episode of StephenMail. 5 more letters, let's get started. First letter is from...
Etowah, North Carolina?
Etowah?
This is your part of the woods.
North Carolina is not my part of the woods. I'm familiar with the major cities. Even South Carolina, if you started asking me about the minor cities, I might have heard it once or twice driving on the road, but I'm not actually super familiar. Dear Stephen and Mallory, my name is Colton and I am 12 years old from North Carolina. I love Pokemon and I especially love Mario games. I would recommend Super Mario Sunshine for GameCube. Excellent game. I've played it. I haven't done an LP, but it's a good game. I love your Let's Plays and vlogs. I especially love your Pokemon Leaf Green. In this letter, I have included Pokemon cards for you and a cookbook DS game for Mallory. P.S. Where is the next PAX and what capture cards and cords should I use for DS Let's Plays and Wii Let's Plays? Ooh. I have a YouTube channel called Epic Mario Addict. My voice sounds much different in my videos than in real life. Sincerely, Colton. I'm jealous. And there's a picture of Jithers. PPS, I wanted to include my Japanese Pikachu, but it was too cute. It was too cute. Well, Colton, thank you for the letter. Show these cards off quick. We got a Pokeball. We have, oh man, Blast from the Past, man. Topps used to make these cards, and I had a bunch of them, and I don't anymore. Or maybe I do, and I don't know where they are. That's awesome! Venusaur, my favorite Pokemon, so just thank you, just because I don't have this anymore. Duat and Butterfree, base set 2 Butterfree, thank you. To answer your questions, the next PAX is in a month, less than a month now. No, it's still a month.
What's the date?
No, it's like the 16th.
So it's a month
15th?
and like 5 days.
Yeah, so in a month it'll be in Boston, but those tickets are pretty much sold out. The next one will be in September, like the end of September, and that's going to be in Seattle. And they alternate between Seattle and Boston.
And now they're doing...
Now they're doing one in Australia.
Sydney, right?
Something. I don't know. I'm not going to that one. That's in Australia. But if you live in Australia, that's really convenient. As far as capture cards and cords for DS Let's Plays, I do not know a thing about doing a DS Let's Play. I assume the easiest way to do it would be emulation, but if you're trying to do authentic capture of a DS, I don't know, dev kit, which is going to cost you a lot of money. Wii would be a lot easier. If you're trying to do a Wii Let's Play, you'll be able to hook that up with a component, or if you get they sell adapters that convert it to HDMI, so you either need HDMI or component cables, and then you just need a capture card like I use the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. You could use the Intensity Shuttle. You could do it even with like a Dazzle, which are a lot cheaper. So there's a lot of options if you want to do Wii, but as for DS, I have no idea how to help you. Anyway, Colton, I appreciate the letter and thank you for the cards. We're going to move on to the next letter, which is from Cassie in...
Appleton, Wisconsin.
That's where she's from. It's like a connection. As you open... Isn't it like a connection? Like as you open the letter, it's like you feel the person like in your heart. Dear Stephen and Mal, I've wrote to you guys before, and it seems like I forgot to tell you some things about myself. When I first wrote to you, I was 15 years old, but now I'm 16. My birthday on the 10th of January, and I am looking for a job, and I want to ask you, what was your first job, and do you have a funny story with it? Both answer. What was your first job?
I actually worked at Culver's in Appleton East, next to Walmart, so you may have been there. It was my first job.
Do you have a funny story with it?
There's lots of things that happen, just like between different customers and the employees. One of my favorite things was, you know, at Culver's they serve the pickle on top of the bun, and there was a little old lady that took the pickle from her husband, and he called her like some just really awful name, and you took my pickle, and then he called her some really awful name. It was really funny.
My first job, I've kind of done freelance stuff all my life or worked on people's computers, but my first actual job was Carrabba's, and that started. Were we doing Carrabba's for the first time on the vlog, or that was the second time? I have no idea. I don't know. But my first real job was working as a waiter in Carrabba's, which is a
Olive Garden-esque place.
Yeah, it's like a slightly better Olive Garden. And as far as funny stories, the only thing funny about that was how much money that she made in comparison to me. She made crazy amounts more tips than I did. I'm assuming it's because you're a woman.
I was nicer and I knew how to actually pour my beer. And wine.
She was a better server than I was, so I was a pretty good server. but I was not as good as Mal. Mal was a lot better. Anyway, I'm also taking my driving test on February 18th, and I'm nervous. So that's actually soon. If I see the video that this is in before the test, what is some advice you could give me?
I was always told to like overly emphasize how you look. So, you know, you're looking over your shoulder to like really like look so that they notice that you're looking instead of just sort of turning your head.
And how many times did you have to take the test before you pass?
First try.
I did it first try. As far as advice I could give you, I don't know, man. I actually messed up a part of my driving test. I parked on an incline without putting my e-brake on because the lady was like, could you just pull over here in this ditch? And I pulled in the ditch and I parked, and she's like, she kind of looked at me like, are you done? And I was like, yep.
Didn't you take your test here?
Yeah.
What kind of incline is there here?
It was in my development. In the thing.
There's no incline in there.
Well, it was on the side of like a ditch. Like she wanted me to like pull into a ditch, and then she could have killed us. I was driving my parents' car, but yeah, she was waiting on me to do that, and then I didn't. But like all the other stuff, like parallel parking, I did everything perfect.
I didn't have to parallel.
What?
I did not have to parallel.
Why?
I don't know. The worst part I did is doing straight backing. I was always really bad at straight backing.
I'm really good at parallel park. I was pretty good before my test, but after I went to Savannah for 4 years, man, if I need parallel park, I'm like, done. Because you have to parallel park all over the place there. Anyway, I'm into art, and right now in art class I'm painting the cover of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. What is your favorite piece of art that you did in school?
I didn't actually take art in school. I took photography, which was shop, technically, or tech ed. I guess the favorite thing I did there is when I learned how to use Photoshop for the first time, and we had to take old damaged photos and then...
Oh man, I remember seeing you do that.
Yeah, what's the word when you fix them? Refurbish them?
Refurbish?
That's not the word I want.
No, but fix. Just go with fix.
Fix.
Yeah, fix them. Color them.
I didn't color them from scratch.
Oh.
They were like damaged and sun faded, and I had to...
There's gonna be like 12 comments with like, this is the word you want, and you are all corrected, thank you.
Yes.
Steven, what was your favorite subject in school? Spelling. Always spelling. Through grade school all the way through high school. And I can spell really well. I do a good job spell. Going on to magic stories, I won my first magic game with no help today. What was the funniest way you guys won a magic game? I've played so much Magic at this point that it would be very difficult for me to give like a definitive, like, oh man, I killed someone.
Yeah.
There's been times
you had Johnny Goldmane out and had like 80 life, and then you pulled out your 30/30 avatar creature and killed me in one hit.
Well, there's been times where I've hung on to a match that's gone on for like 2 hours, and then I ended up getting down to like 2 life and then bringing it back and winning. And there's been times like in order to win, I would have to like, kill my own creatures or hurt myself, do things like that. So once you play Magic for a really long time, the stories are numerous. Well, I look back at this and it seems really random leather. And on that note, hold on, my friend wants to know what your favorite color. Green.
Blue.
Now on that note, she also wants to know what's your favorite sport. I don't have one. I was loading there. I was like, come on, there's got to be a sport that you really, but not really.
Now, if you think like the Olympics, like I really like watching gymnastics and ice skating, but if you think like sport, hockey or tennis.
Honest to God, they are all neutral across the board. There's not a single sport that is like a little bit above any of the other ones. They're just all sports. There's not like, I don't mind watching football, but I'm really a basketball guy. No, it's like straight across. I just really don't care about sports.
He's fun to watch.
Now on that note, my mom wants to know if Mallory's heard about Tom Baker. He was the fourth Doctor Who. Now on that note, bye.
Yes.
Cassie, pronounced as Cassie. P.S. I live in Appleton, but I go to Menasha. I am in German class right now.
I went to Menasha. I went to Geegan Elementary in 2nd grade. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Menasha High my senior year for first block. And I took Japanese with Beatty Sensei, who's probably not there anymore. I think he lives in Iowa. And then I drove to Kimberly for the rest of the day.
So you've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert, stare, man. You breathe the mountain there, man.
Yes.
Have you traveled and had your share, man? I'll stop. PPS, my birthday was a while ago and I got the Legend of Zelda t-shirt and I'm wearing it today. I also got Guitar Hero. PPS, when is the next time you're in Wisconsin? I would like to meet up sometime. Please email me for more details. And PPS, here's some drawing of Link and whatever else I decide to do. PPS, this is becoming my catchphrase. Read the next PS. PPS, sorry for all the PS's.
Next time we're in Wisconsin, it'll be about Christmas.
Yeah.
But we will have a car maybe, or might rent one.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
We might be at the mercy of people who will drive us because we're not going to be driving to Wisconsin. We'll probably be flying. So there's a high possibility we won't have a car. So we may not be able to do meetup type stuff in Christmas. It might be like next summer. So it might be a while. Here is the drawings. We have Link, and it looks like, is that bottle? Oh, it's a fairy in a bottle. And then we have Dark Link, who's trying to eat the fairies in the bottle. I'm a fairy in a bottle, baby. Gotta use me in the boss fight when you die.
The other drawing is of Gurr. Well,
do your best Gurr impression.
I can't.
You can do it.
No, I can't.
You can.
I've never seen the show.
You've never seen it? Really?
I know what it is.
Like
and I know what it's about, but I've never seen it.
Oh, we should watch. I mean, they're good.
I know.
There's some people that are very, very obsessive about the show, and I've never been like that. But I've seen a good handful of episodes, and I remember when it was on the air. Zim. I'm not going to be able to do this because I can hear it in my head, but I'm not going to be able to replicate that voice. But Zim's like, see, that's terrible, and everyone watching is like, what? And then Gur's like, I'm gonna stop now. And we also have a Insector centipede. How very insecting. I really need to stop while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cassie, thank you very much for the leather and the arts. And we're going to move on to the next letter, which is from...
Timothy in Colville, Washington.
Yeah, buddy. Timothy gives us paper. Paper has some words. And the words say this. I'm about to read it. Hey, have you heard? Dear StephenMail, this is Timothy again. You may remember the card that flew out of my last letter. LOL. I go by Tim Forsyth89 on YouTube and have 1001 videos of just random stuff. People confuse Colville as Colville. Oh, like I just did. It is actually pronounced Colville. Anywho, how are you, Mao, and the kitties? A-okay on this front?
Second's good.
Kep is crazy, but he's sleeping, so we won't wake him up. I inherited a purebred Papillon dog.
Papillon. They have the ears that go like this, and they have like the nice, cute little hair that comes down.
I don't know a whole lot about dog
It's like
breeds.
monkey.
Oh, okay. From my grandma, who sadly passed away August 17th, 2012. The Papillon's name is Mr. Chuckles, which is awesome. And he is almost 2 years old. Hope you have a good day, and I'm looking forward to the future of vlogs. Sincerely, Timothy. Well, thank you, Timothy. And Timothy also sends along... It's... Jitters! I mean, it could just be a regular Pikachu, but now at this point in my life, anytime I see a picture of Pikachu, it's Jitters. Jitters! Anyway, Timothy, thank you for your leather and the art. Gonna move on to the next letter, which is...
crazy today.
I'm sorry. I haven't even had any sugar. I've only had like half of the chocolates.
You had like 2 Cokes at dinner.
They were Pepsis. And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. My mom ordered...
Anyway, our next letter is from Jake in Wilmington, Delaware.
Dear Stephen and Mal and Kepler and Sagan and Dan and Alex and all the other guys, hi, my name is Jake and I am 12 years old. I started watching Stephen vlog when I looked up Jogga Conroy on YouTube. I bet you get that a lot. Day 703 was one of the first selections. I watched day 703 to 705 and stopped watching for a little while. Then, a couple of weeks later, I decided to watch some more Stephen vlog. I'm still watching random days of your life on almost every day of my life. Mind equals blown! I was just trying to put emphasis because that's what he did, so... Sorry. Anyways, there are a few questions that I would like to ask you. They are, number 1, have you ever played a Professor Layton game? I haven't. Well...
I'm on, what, 4 is that number?
Yeah. And the 4th one.
The one after Unwound Future.
I've played, like, the first few minutes of the first one. I was like, oh, this is a puzzle game? And then I stopped playing. If not, I would definitely recommend it, just not as a Let's Play. Number 2, what was your first video game? Iron Tank, I think.
Sonic 2 came with my Genesis.
I think the name of the game is Iron Tank. I don't own it. I should really try to get that. It's a cheap game.
Yeah.
It's a game for NES called Iron Tank. That was the first memory, or that's the first game I owned. The first game I played, I have no idea. I have memories of watching my cousin's father play uncle. Dear Jesus, uncle. He's my uncle. My uncle played Dragon Warrior on the NES. I have memories of other stuff. Number 3, if you were to suggest a game to me, what would it be? One game to suggest. I mean, they're Earthbound, but, you know, Earthbound, definitely Earthbound, but trying to get out of that realm. One that people don't think about a whole lot, Mirror's Edge. Good game, very cheap. On PS3 and 360 and PC, all very cheap. You can get it at GameStop pretty cheap. Good game.
It was good. I just got really motion sick with it, but I get motion sick with everything.
Yeah. You have a recommendation? Portal series. They're cheap now, and they're fantastic games. Also, the soundtracks are free, and they're so good. Number 4, I have never played a Pokemon game. Which one should I play first? I don't know. A lot of people are saying that they really like the new ones. I guess if you hadn't played, if you don't have any nostalgia connecting you to the old games, jump into the new ones. There's going to be, if you have a 3DS, the X and Y versions are coming out later this year, maybe? This year or next year, I don't remember. Go for those. Go for those. Or get Black and White, probably. I wouldn't jump into the old games if you don't have anything connecting you to them. Please answer my questions. I really enjoy your vlog and hope to send more letters in the near future. Tell everyone I said hi and play Professor Layton if you haven't already. Anyways, I guess this is a goodbye for now. So let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Or in other words, we'll poop together tomorrow, right guys? Which is from day 509. Jake, heads or tails, 67 on YouTube. P.S. Say, I'm a talking like a jitters in a southern accent, like jitters with a southern accent. I'm talking like a jitters with a southern accent. That was creepy. PPS, when you say Wilmington, do you mean Wilmington, Delaware? If you go shopping there, please tell me when you do so we can meet in person. No, I mean Wilmington, North Carolina. It's not very far from here. And we also have a drawing of Pokeball Cubism. You asked for it, you got it. And I apologize if my drawing is bad. No, it's quite good.
It's very cubist.
It's a cubist drawing. Cubism. Oh, hold on, I gotta do this. Cubism! Look at it, it's cubism. Anyway, Jake, thank you very much for the letter and also the drawing. We're gonna move on to the last letter today, which is from
Henry in Canton.
MI is Michigan. Canton, Michigan. Dear Stephen and Mal, my name is Henry and I am 12 years old. I came across your channel because of Chugga Conroy, as I'm a huge fan of him. By the way, 1962 was a long time ago. After watching a few of your vlogs, I checked out your LP channel. My favorite LP is Skyrim. After you finish Dragonborn, I think you should do the Dark Brotherhood questline because you get a lot of gold out of it. Inside you will find a handmade wallet for you and a purse for Mal. Sorry if they are snug. Hope you like them. Sincerely, Henry, aka your biggest fan ever. Also, 1962 was indeed a long time ago. Oh, and I, do you pickle kitty? That never gets old. I love that. It also says over, can you do your best Alex impersonation? Can you unplug the headphones? Thank you, God. Okay, anyway, let's move on, shall we? We've got a lot of things here. Epic. Then we have Link and Navi. Link, vandalism isn't good. He's spray painting it. And then we also have, oh, this is nice. Versus Creeper and Steve. Very nice. And that is, of course, signed Henry. And then we also have,
this one's for me.
This is a purse. That's pretty sweet. God, people that can do things with duct tape, like, blow my mind, man. It's a little purse for Mal.
This one's cool.
Oh my God! It's the Skyrim symbol. And the
helmet?
The iron helmet, and it's a actual wallet made out of duct tape. That is so sweet. There's even a slot for friggin' cards. That's amazing. People that do duct tape art, like I said, they blow my mind. I don't know how they do it. We also have a bracelet and a duct tape pen.
Rose.
Penrose. Penrose. Anyway, Henry, thank you so much. Very, very awesome stuff. Once again, props to you for being able to do this stuff because I do not understand how people do it. For everyone that sent something in, thank you so much. If you want to send something in, you can go over to the channel page, top right corner, get our address, send us stuff, and we will read it here.